Attention, please. We got to get attention. You know, that's what teachers seem to always be doing, getting people's attention. But remember, everything swirling around is going into children's eyes, ears, skin, all this sensory input. And teachers' job tend to be, a lot of times, bringing all that to focus on some particular learning topic. So let's talk about sensory registry so that we can begin to appreciate what's going on all the time. When we talk about sensory register, we're talking about areas of the brain that receive the raw sensory input. For instance, one of the main things that happens in school is we want our students to look at something, okay? So we're concerned with the iconic brain areas that receive visual input. Our eyes are in the front of our head, but the occipital lobe that actually receives that input is way back in the back. The other thing that seems to be very important in school is what children are listening to, what they hear. And so we talk about the echoic areas of the brain that receive the input from the ears, and that's in the temporal lobe. So again, this is just vocabulary that's just very helpful to know so that you can appreciate what's going on in your students' brains since you can't open them up. Now, some more vocabulary. Attention. Attention. Attention is the act of focusing on something, on some input, and filtering it so that other input is not noticed and is not acted on. Now, the sensory world of sight, sound, temperature, smells, and all that, it's constant. And it would be overwhelming to humans because it is absolutely vast and does not ever stop. But from your earliest age, your brain, your students' brains, have learned how to filter and attend to just a small portion of all that seeming chaos out there, so that learning has been taking place and focus and attention has been taking place from the earliest age. But now in school we want to refine that ability so that focus, attention is sharper for our purposes as educators. Another vocabulary word is perception. Perception is the act of labeling the input that we've received. And best to give you an example. There's this ocean of colors and lights and sounds and smells, and your senses are receiving a change out there, and it's receiving a certain pattern of light and dark and colors and shapes and sounds. That's the input. But you perceive that all that really is just your friend approaching, coming toward you, and saying hello to you. Between that reception of all that input and what was filtered, and the perception that that's your friend coming toward you and saying hello, a whole lot of brain processes have been going on. Very fast, very efficiently. And we have to appreciate that it's pretty automatic. But again, when you're an educator and you have a group of students, You may have to help with the focus and help with the perception of what it is you want them to focus on, receive, perceive, and act on, and later we'll talk about remembering. Okay, so that's the end of this section on sensory register, and so you may want to go look at some questions, you might want to do some readings, and you may want to watch this video again and take notes.